Do you know that the impossible crash 300 that even some people are running away from? Do you know that there are levels you will get to in forex trading that you begin to trade all of them? Do you know that you can possibly make profit even in that crash 300? Last time when I told us that if you can be able to see opportunities using what I showed us, some people will find it difficult, but here is that same thing that I told you, and here it is now. Look at it. Look at where I followed the trade. From this very place, I told you to allow something to happen, which is allow the bearish move to take its course. Then when that happened, this is bullish, and once that bullish occur right here and now, this is the candle. I allowed everything to move, but until I see the first spike in this place, that first spike you are seeing must take its course. The first one must take its course from this very corner right here. Immediately I see the first spike, then I now have to enter, and this is where the market is currently in the now. Look at it. Just take from this place to this place. Then someone will say, why not close it? Why not close it? Rush and close it before you lose every single thing. Cool down. I know what I'm doing. What are you doing? Now look at what we have here. This market is pointing down to this very place. It is possible that this market can retrace to this point, but it is also possible that in less than 5 minutes time that the market can still pull down. And if the market started pulling down, the place it will form a support is here, except something happened at the journey that it started going up and down, up and down. Then by so doing, it will no longer be a good market. So when we show some things, sometimes it looks as if we just talk, it looks as if we just wasted our time, but I know what I'm saying. All right, now look at this simple way to do it, the same way I did mine. Now I don't have any indicators in my charts here. I don't have any. That is why I keep begging people. Most times strategies can confuse you. Most times over strategy can bring a lot of confusion, that making you to look forward to get a particular thing, then at the end of the day you will not see you will not still find a solution to what you are looking at for. So in such a case, what should one do to solve this problem? What can one do to help to help himself out from the mess? Then I told us that if you must do that, there is one simple thing you need to do. This is moving average 21. This is moving average 21. Moving average 21. This is moving average 21. When I'm talking, please listen to whatever I'm saying. Now, right here is that same thing that I showed you. Look at it. Look at it right here. Did you see it? Right here. This is moving average 21. Even in 5 minutes time frame, between is working. When I mean 5 minutes time frame, even in 5 minutes time frame, the thing is working. Can you see that? It's working perfectly. So what is too hard? Once you have seen the market moving up, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to think it's going to reverse now. Don't. There are certain things you will see. Don't just see one spike and you don't just see a bearish candle like this and you said, oh, it have traded for hours now, so for that reason once it start dropping, it's going to drop for a long time. No, it's not going to happen that way. Even though that had it been that you entered in this point, you will still make profit. But what will have happened? Let's assume you entered somewhere here. It's just a question. Let's assume you entered somewhere here, thinking that it is the same market. Then what will happen? It will have taken you up to this point, and by so doing, you will no longer know what to do at that point. So what should one do in this case? is what I'm showing you here. Now, going through these things, and since I'm making a video, I think the right thing I should do is to close this video and concentrate. One of the reasons why I should close the video is that this thing needs to step over to this place. You know, this one now in crash 300 30 minutes time frame need to pull down to this place. Otherwise, it may form a support here, and with this, it can move back to this place, and the losses and the profit I have already will not turn to loss. You know, but as time goes on, it will cross down to that place. But before that will happen, there is a need for one to close that particular market, like this one now. You know, but as for this market to pull back, it's going to pull back and rest in this very place. That is how this market will work. It will come to that point and get here first. Then from there, it will now start zooming off. So let me close this and concentrate and talk to us. Though that the subsequent spike that will be coming, I may not be catching it because I'm teaching. So let's go ahead and talk, because it will be dropping as soon as possible. All right, so one of the things you can do here is, I'm going to give you this thing as a bonus. Now watch what I'm going to add up here for you to fish out what this market looks like. Now look at it. I'm going to add moving average this time. I have 21 already. This I'm going to add 12 and change the color to something else. Look at it. Did you see something? Did you see something? Now I'll be adding another beautiful strategy. This time I'll be adding another one. I'll be adding 50. You know, when we talk like this, it looks as if we just wasted our time. Did you see that? Now, I told us in my last video that I'm going to be showing you how you can be able to use the same strategy and do your scalping correctly. Crash 300 is a nice trade. The only thing that is funny about Crash 300 is that it is very fast. Your profit can be very huge. The loss can also be very huge. So why do I even trade Crash 300? I trade it because when I follow the simple rules and follow the market analysis carefully, I can place trade without losing. So even if I lost anything, I can bear it because I have the account. My account can carry it. So, and at my level, I don't lose anything and start crying. No, because I manage my loss size and I manage my account. When I mean my risk management is always sure. You know, the only funny thing about me when it comes to trading boom and crash is that I'm not too good in placing stop loss and take profit. Why? Because I'm trading boom and crash, and once I'm trading boom and crash, in my little level of experience, I don't think that I should place a stop loss in. I should place a take profit in the market that I know I will get more than that. Once I am catching a spike, but when it comes to scalping, I do add up my TP. But the funny part of it is that most times, even when you are adding a TP, let's assume you want to take from here, you want to take it here, you have this place as a target, and most times the market will not get to that place, it will spike. So one of the funny thing is that, and what you should be doing is, once you confirm that this thing, the strength is getting weak, close it. Don't rely on your TP. It's very, very important. Don't rely on your TP. Don't rely on your TP. So one of the best way you can do this thing is that, at first, why must you place trade, and what are the things you should look at for before placing trade? I told us that you can also add something here to help you clear out some doubts. What is that thing? Let's add MACD. Let's add MACD. Add a default MACD. Default MACD. Now, when you add something of this nature, it helps you to see when you want to use this strategy to do your scalping. Follow the simple rules. Follow the simple rules. It is very simple and manageable. Now, when you have all these things, like if you see this thing here, this is what I marked to help me ascertain a reversal and to confirm my trade. And exactly how I predicted it is how it works. Now, the same thing that happened there is the same thing that is bringing back this profit this morning. Now look at this. If I move this thing up like this, I will show you, and if I remove every single thing, let me show you. Look at this. Watch what we discuss here. Look at it. And what really happened. This was the result. Now, when it comes to catching, scalping, how do you look out for that? And how possible is it that it will work for you? You know, some people think that when we talk about those things, that it's not real. Look at it. Look at the clear one. And when you scalp a candle of this nature, you took a candle from here to that level, holding a trade, and this is crash 300. You know how volatile it is, and you know the weight of it. You know when a candle is successful in, imagine when you hold to take 10 candles in 1 minute time frame. You know what that means. You know, so it's not even impossible task. You know, let me just hold this thing like this, and add up the whole thing so that you yourself will even see that it is possible. You know, so that you yourself will see that it is possible. Let me start adding. Let me use the current one so that it will not look as if I am not talking about the current market, that I'm going back to the old market, the name of it, backtesting. All right, let's quickly add. The first thing I'm going to be adding is moving average 21. Moving average 21. Sorry. Let me use this very color. I think it's nice. Did you see it? What did you see? One, it helps you to fish out a clear reversal. Look at it. So once you have seen this consolidation market in this point, making rounds, going up and going down, going up and going down, what strategy do you need to fish out a market that is about to change a direction? And I told you that 21 moving average will do the magic for you when it comes to doing your scalping. Please listen. When it comes to doing your scalping, 21 moving average is the miracle strategy that you need. Now follow this. Now once this thing happen in this course, it takes you from there. You will not enter this very candle here. You will not enter this one because it's very, very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. I told you, instead of you to make series of mistakes that you will live to regret. Instead of you to make mistakes that you live to regret. Once you have seen that a candle have crossed over to this place and that candle is a bullish candle, I told you to wait for that candle to be successful. And even if you entered at the crossing of this place, you will still take a candle. You will still take the market and make profit. Follow this. Look at this. This is where the resistance occur. So the market resisted it at this very point for a period of time. No. So now when this market get to this point and cross here, if you are a hardcore, you will enter here. When you enter here, you will allow the market to move up. But the funny part of it is that you shouldn't have allowed the market to finish from this angle. You should place your TP somewhere here. You know, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. From the rules of the game, you should have trade from this angle. So when you trade from this angle, you are out of the market, doing your scalping, successfully taking over 30 candles before this spike will occur. Because for this spike to open up this whole place, for this thing to be open at this point, which means the market forced to reach in this place using nothing less than 2 minutes to empty this thing like this. So this is how the market works, and this is how big boys trade, and they change the game, and nobody will stop them. You know, you too can do the same thing. You too can do the same thing. You know, so when you have something like this, then where should you place your trade? Where should you look out for to enter for trade? Now, let me clear off all those things in the chart so that it will be clear, because I don't like a noisy environment. Alright, so look at this. From this very corner here, once this spike occur and the next candle opened as a bearish strong, because after this thing emptied this place, the market started retracing strong and healthy enough. Then once that happened again, you enter again. And how then should you manage this to be sure that you have a confirmed trade? I told you to add, and please add another moving average 21, because you can be careless in catching spike, but you cannot be careless in doing your scalping, because any move you made in scalping can so frustrate you that tears may run out from your eyes, because by the time the market will pull back against what you wish, you will be shedding tears. Did you see what I did now? Now, what is the aim of adding this? I added this so that it will help me to clarify this candle that is about to move, to see if there is any agreement in the market, and this is what we'll have here. And with that, it is enough reason for one to take a journey, because it simply means that no matter what is going on, you still have a chance of getting your market when you enter it in up direction like this. Do you get that? So this is the reason for this. You know, can I say this? Yes, I should. Now, do you know that once you see a cross like this, and you once had a consolidation in the past like this, that most of the strength can push the market for a long period of time, that even when you are caught with a spike, it's not going to be as if you entered in a wrong place. What this thing means, that when you enter a spike and a small spike comes, you will not rush to close it. You can hold, because it can come back and take you back to the market and cross that your entry point and still give you profit. That is what it means when you see and do those things. We'll say, especially when you enter a market that is in the right direction, you will have opportunity of making more profit than losses. So I told us, once this happens in this place and you have confirmed this, then the next candle that is coming up, please allow that candle to take like 5 minutes before placing trade. Do you know our problem? Our problem is that those small rules we give, people don't follow it, but they don't follow small rules, but they are making huge mistake. That is how dangerous informations can be. When you fail to follow rules, you make dangerous mistakes. Alright, so I told you that once the next candle comes up, you will definitely wait for 5 minutes. If you wait for 5 minutes and nothing happened, like what I did in this place, look at what I did. I waited for 5 minutes for this candle to drop, to confirm that it's going to make a strong move like this. Then what I did was, again, I visited 30 minutes to see where the market is resting. What did I see? I see the market resting on 21 moving average, meaning that the 21 moving average wants to be the strength of this thing that will push it up. Had it been that it crossed a little like this, it would have been a kind of confirmation that 21 moving average is not strong enough to hold this thing, and this market can pull back. Now, what do? I have to watch it after 5 minutes. I know that this market will cross down to this place, but so far so good because of what I have benefited already. I cannot allow my profit to go in the name that I'm waiting for more profit. That is one of the things people should learn. Imagine you enter the trade and you have like $5 already. You are waiting for $5 to turn to $30 when you are not sure of the analysis you did. So what do? You allow this thing to come back and give you $1 red, and you still close it with loss. What level of profit is that? And who taught you how to trade? You shouldn't have been doing those things. You watched me now. You watch me. And sometimes one of the things that I've come to realize that are making people to, in short, I see it as funny part of forex trading is that you're watching this video now, then you rush to comment to 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 see people's comment and review to ascertain if the strategy is working. Now the question I have for you before we move ahead is, the person you are looking for their comment for you to take their own decision, are you in the same knowledge with the person? Do you have the same forex experience with them? Come on, I have a question for you once again. And why must you visit comment section to know if people are saying that it is good or if it is bad? Do you know that there are people who have traded for years that they have been failing because they are rating, they are relaxing, they are taking people's opinion? When forex trading is personal, I have said this, forex trading is personal. It is personal. Okay, now look at what happened. I don't want to show the comment here. Someone said that I have lost a lot of money using this strategy. And another person is telling me that without this strategy, I don't know what I will have been. Do you see? The same strategy that someone is using and be losing trade, another person is using it to be feeding families and making profit. Now, where is the problem? The problem is not on the strategy. The problem is on the knowledge you have. Do you know why I keep mentioning this thing? Especially some of our brothers from the Arab world, some of our brothers in Africa, mostly from the African countries. There is always a need for you to learn. Let's stop all these retail traders who rush into the market, who close our eyes. At the end of the day, what do we see? Nothing. We jump in. If we make it, we say, hey, thank God. If we don't make it, we'll frown our face. Alright? So what is the last thing to do? You add up MACD. I said use this setting, use the default settings, add up MACD. Then when you have this, from here you confirm that this market that is making this round, this market that is making this curve like this, is showing you that the market is going to make a move like this. The more shorter it becomes, the more ups it goes. You see that? So now look at it again. Right here, what does that mean? It simply means that it's going to make this round like this. The more short it becomes, the more spikes it comes. So until it gets to this place and change the histogram levels, then the more you change the histogram, then the more the histogram is changing to this direction, the more you have opportunity. But once there is a long candle here and the market started moving to this direction, that is to show you that you should not enter again. That is to show you that you should not enter again. Look at what I'm saying. The market will still drop. Even if I want to enter here, I should enter here, but I want to focus because soon it will still cross over to this place and help this one to hold here as a resistance, as a support zone to push the market up to this point. So follow these simple rules and you will definitely find what you're looking for. Stop jumping all around. master one particular strategy and learn every strategy, every working strategy. There is a knowledge behind it. So we that are creating the videos will have the knowledge upstairs and will find out those things and show you. Now some of us that are lacking the knowledge, when you did not follow the knowledge behind and you are looking for the strategy that we are created from a knowledge, it will be a difficult task for you. So follow these simple rules, and if you cannot do those simple things we are saying, which means that there is something you are lacking. Watching videos on YouTube for 5 years, 20 years does not guarantee you a profitable trader or a professional trader. You may know all the terms. That is one of the things I shared with my students in our mentorship class. You may know all the terms. You may even mention so many things about forex trading, but show us the proof of your results. I mean, show us your account. Can we have the proof of your result? I'm not talking about demo. Bring live account. Let's see. Have you ever raised 500 to something else? Have you ever withdrawn $200, $500? That is not part of what you deposited. I mean, from what you labored for. So if you can do that, that is good. Then some of you that have been trading, you have $5,500 and you bring it down to $100, and you are calling yourself a professional trader. That is wrong. That is wrong. So if you are looking for mentorship, please, you are free to join us now that we still have time to accommodate some people, because soon this issue of mentorship will be over, so that we'll concentrate and make videos and allow people to watch and practice, because by so doing I am sure that I've raised more profitable traders than losers. Thank you so much. I love you so much. GDFS.